Good morning, Ems. It's currently 6:55 a.m. on November 9, 2025. We're experiencing light rain with a temperature of 39.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are calm and coming from the southeast. Right now, there are no weather alerts in effect. Make sure to grab your umbrellas if you're heading out. Stay tuned for more updates.
What is going on, YouTuber? My name is Nick. I want to encourage you to make sure to click on the option to set a reminder for this live stream. The reason I want you to do that is because during the live stream, I talk about all of these different things related to being a YouTube content creator. I talk about how to get more views. I talk about how to get more subscribers. I talk about mindset in terms of, how do you avoid burning out on YouTube and that sort of thing. But basically, the live stream is driven by the questions that you and viewers like to ask during my stream. I encourage you to come by, hang out, participate this Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern. I'll see you there.
Good morning, Ems. It's currently 7:02 a.m. on this November 9th, and we are waking up to light rain and temperatures around 39.9 degrees. Let's take a look at your forecast for the upcoming days. Today, expect cloudy skies with rain likely developing mainly after 4 p.m. Temperatures will reach a high near 52 degrees, with east winds at 5 to 9 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation stands at 70, with light amounts expected less than a tenth of an inch. Tonight, the rain continues, dropping to about 39 degrees. We are looking at a 90 chance of precipitation, with expected rainfall amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch. Heading into Monday, we may see some rain showers in the morning, transitioning to a mix of rain and snow in the afternoon. Highs will be around 48 degrees, with a chance of snow accumulation of less than half an inch. Monday night could bring more snow showers, especially before 10 p.m., with a low of about 22 degrees. As we observe Veterans Day on Tuesday, there is a slight chance of snow showers before 1 p.m., but expect mostly cloudy skies with highs near 34 degrees. Winds will be blustery, gusting up to 32 miles per hour. On Wednesday, we could see a chance of snow showers early on, transitioning to rain showers later in the day with a high of 42. The rest of the week looks mostly cloudy, with Thursday potentially bringing more showers and temperatures around 43 degrees. On a calmer note, Friday and Saturday appear to be drier, with partly sunny skies and highs near 40. No severe weather alerts to report at this time, but be cautious with those rainy conditions today. That's your forecast. Stay tuned for more updates, and have a great day out there. Good morning, EMS. It's currently 7:02 a.m. on this November 9th, and we are waking up to light rain and temperatures around 39.9 degrees. Let's take a look at your forecast for the upcoming days. Today, expect cloudy skies with rain likely developing mainly after 4 p.m. Temperatures will reach a high near 52 degrees, with east winds at 5 to 9 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation stands at 70, with light amounts expected less than 1/10 of an inch. Tonight, the rain continues, dropping to about 39 degrees. We are looking at a 90 chance of precipitation, with expected rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch. Heading into Monday, we may see some rain showers in the morning, transitioning to a mix of rain and snow in the afternoon. Highs will be around 48 degrees, with a chance of snow accumulation of less than 1/2 an inch. Monday night could bring more snow showers, especially before 10 p.m., with a low of about 22 degrees. As we observe Veterans Day on Tuesday, there is a slight chance of snow showers before 1 p.m., but expect mostly cloudy skies with highs near 34 degrees. Winds will be blustery, gusting up to 32 miles per hour. On Wednesday, we could see a chance of snow showers early on, transitioning to rain showers later in the day with a high of 42. The rest of the week looks mostly cloudy, with Thursday potentially bringing more showers and temperatures around 43 degrees. On calmer note, Friday and Saturday appear to be drier, with partly sunny skies and highs near 40. No severe weather alerts to report at this time, but be cautious with those rainy conditions today. That's your forecast. Stay tuned for more updates, and have a great day out there. Good morning, everyone. Let's take a look at today's weather forecast for Adams, Massachusetts, and see how it compares to the usual conditions for this time of year. Currently, we have light rain and fog settling over the area with a temperature of about 39.9 degrees Fahrenheit. As we move through the day, we can expect rain to become likely, particularly after 4 p.m. The skies will remain cloudy with a high temperature reaching near 52 degrees. Winds will be coming from the east at 5 to 9 miles per hour, with gusts potentially hitting 20 miles per hour. Overall, there is a 70 chance of precipitation today, but we might only see less than a tenth of an inch of rain. Now, let's compare today's forecast to what we normally expect for this time in early November. Typically, temperatures in early November in Adams hover around the mid-minus 40s for highs, while lows drop to the upper 20s and lower 30s. So we're a bit milder today, particularly in that high temperature range, although we are also experiencing higher humidity due to the rain. Today's expected precipitation is above normal for early November, where we generally might see less frequent rain, but as we move into late fall, this wetter pattern is not entirely surprising. Looking ahead to the next month, we can anticipate that by early December, conditions in Adams will likely be much cooler and could be bringing more consistent chances of snowfall. Average high temperatures are expected to drop into the upper 30s to low 40s, with lows falling into the 20s. We could start to see some more significant snow events towards the end of December, which is typical as winter sets in fully. To summarize, while today's conditions are relatively mild and rainy compared to our typical November weather, we should prepare for a shift in just 30 days as winter approaches and temperatures decrease along with potential for snow. Stay tuned for more updates and be sure to keep your rain gear handy today. Good morning, Massachusetts. It's currently 7:26 a.m. on November 9, 2025, and we're experiencing some interesting weather conditions this morning. As you step outside, you'll notice light rain accompanied by fog and mist, with the temperature sitting at a chilly 39.9. The calm winds from the southeast are keeping things fairly tranquil, but might make that damp chill feel a bit more biting, so be sure to bundle up if you have early morning plans. It's important to be cautious on the roads today, as the fog can reduce visibility, making it harder to see what's ahead. It's a good idea to keep your headlights on and drive slowly if you need to head out. The good news is that there are currently no weather alerts in place, so while we may have some dreary conditions, we are in the clear in terms of severe weather. Just remember to stay safe out there, and hopefully we'll see some improvement as the day goes on. That wraps up your morning weather update. Stay tuned for more updates throughout the day. Good morning, everyone. It's 7:35 a.m. on this chilly November 9th, and we're gearing up for the weekend ahead. Let's dive into the detailed weather forecast for Saturday and Sunday and how it might affect your weekend plans. Starting with Saturday, we are expecting mostly sunny skies. With temperatures peaking around 40 degrees, it will be a bit brisk out there, so I recommend dressing in layers if you're heading out. This is great news for outdoor activities like hiking or maybe a trip to your local farmer's market. Just keep in mind that while the sun will be out, those cool temperatures can be a bit deceiving, so pack a warm drink to keep you cozy. As we move into Saturday night, expect it to be partly cloudy, with lows dipping down to around 23 degrees. If you're planning any evening plans like stargazing or gatherings around a fire pit, it could be a great night for that, but remember to bundle up. Now, looking ahead to Sunday, we can expect partly sunny skies again, with high temperatures similar to Saturday, around 40 degrees. This will again be favorable for outdoor activities, whether it's a walk in the park or a family outing. However, be cautious of the colder wind gusts that we might experience throughout the day. As we progress into the evening and night on Sunday, the temperature will drop down to around 25 degrees, so think about bringing those warm layers if you're out and about. Overall, this weekend is shaping up to be a decent one for getting outside, especially if you make plans during the day. Just be prepared for the chill in the air as temperatures drop in the evening. That wraps up your detailed weekend forecast. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy your weekend. In Adamstown the rain does play, with fog and mist to greet the day. The skies are gray, the winds are mild, the weather feels like nature's child. A drip, a drop, the puddles grow, as splishy, splashy raindrops flow. Oh, look at me, I dance and twirl. In light rain's splash I give a whirl. The temps are cool, but spirits high. With every drop I hear the sigh. So grab your boots and let's not pout. In Adam's rain we'll laugh and shout. Good morning, everyone. It's 7:50 am on this November 9, 2025, and we are currently experiencing light rain accompanied by fog and mist here in Adams, Massachusetts. The temperature is a cool 40.3 degrees Fahrenheit, and with calm winds coming from the southeast, it's a reminder that we are fully in the grip of fall. Indoors, it's a comfortable 66.6 degrees, making it a perfect morning to stay inside with a warm drink. The dew point is at 39.52 degrees, which adds to the dampness in the air common during this time of year. As for alerts, there are no current weather warnings in place. However, it's always good to exercise caution while traveling, particularly with the reduced visibility from the fog. Stay tuned for updates and be sure to check the forecast before heading out today. Enjoy your morning. Since I came to Adams many years ago, I've heard and witnessed a lot of strange things. This is one of those stories. The day had that gray, unmoving light particular to Adams when the clouds press low over Mount Greylock, and the wind carries the faint odor of damp stone and metal. I was walking along the Ashewilticook Rail Trail near the Visitors' Center, where Hoxie Brook emerges again after slipping unseen beneath the town's old pipes and culverts. That brook has always seemed peculiar to me, its waters unnervingly dark, as though touched by coal dust or something older still, and always carrying with it a smell half of iron and half of earth left too long shut away. It was there that I noticed the girl. She sat very still on a bench facing the brook, her hair dark against the washed-out sky. I couldn't place her age, precisely too small for a grown woman, too knowing in posture for a child. Her clothing was ordinary enough, though there was a faint dampness about her, as if she had been caught in rain that had not fallen. I assumed she was waiting for someone, though the trail was deserted, the hour late. As I drew closer, I was struck by the silence. Not the natural hush of an autumn afternoon, but a deeper quiet, as though the birds and insects had retreated from the place. Even the rustling of the trees seemed muffled. The brook's trickle should have been audible, but what reached my ears instead was a slow, almost rhythmic pulsing, like the faint exhale of something enormous sleeping far below. The girl looked at me then. Her eyes were pale, almost reflective, catching what little light there was. She didn't speak, nor did I. There was a sense impossible to prove that if I broke that silence, something unwelcome would answer. I stood there long enough to notice another detail. Her shoes were damp with silt, as though she had walked directly out of the brook's mouth where it emerges from its black tunnel. I turned away after a time, unwilling to let imagination build its own traps. But when I glanced back only moments later, the bench was empty. No departing footsteps, no sound of retreat, only the vacant wooden slats slick with moisture. The pulse beneath the ground had ceased, leading me to wonder if I had imagined it all. Yet I noticed that the iron rail of the bridge across the brook bore the fresh streak of a wet hand, trailing from end to end. The rest of that day was ordinary, but I could not forget the stillness. Later, I asked casually at the Visitors' Center if anyone had seen a girl there in recent afternoons. The woman at the desk looked at me oddly and said children don't linger much in that part of town. Parents keep them closer to the school or the park. The brook there smells bad, she added almost apologetically. She could not explain further. I've walked that stretch many times since, and never again have I seen her. But the air there often carries that same oppressive quiet, and once in a while I catch, just at the edge of hearing, that subterranean pulse rising through the soil. I sometimes think it is the town itself breathing. Maybe it's not very much on its own, but there's been much more over the years. We'll talk more next time. Good morning, Ems. It's currently 8:02 a.m. on November 9, 2025, and we are experiencing light rain with temperatures at 40.5. Winds are calm, coming from the southeast. There are no weather alerts at this time, so it's a relatively quiet morning. Stay safe out there, and don't forget to grab your umbrellas if you're heading out. Good morning, Ems. It's currently 8:09 a.m. on November 9th, 2025, and we've got some wet weather on the way. Here's the forecast for the next few days. Today, expect light rain likely to begin pouring in after 4 p.m. with cloudy skies and a high reaching around 52 degrees. Winds will be fairly calm out of the east at 5 to 9 miles per hour, but we could see gusts up to 20 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is 70, with less than a tenth of an inch expected. As we move into tonight, the rain will continue, cooling down to a low of around 39 degrees. The chance of rain increases to 90, with a projected rainfall accumulation between a tenth to a quarter of an inch. Looking ahead to Monday, we can expect a mix of rain and snow showers, especially before 4 p.m., with highs near 48 degrees. The winds will shift northwest and could reach around 6 miles per hour, with a chance of precipitation still at 70. New snow accumulation could be less than half an inch. Monday night, prepare for more snow showers likely mixed with some rain before 10 p.m., with lows dipping to around 22 degrees. The chance of snow continues at 60. On Veterans Day, Tuesday, there is a slight chance of snow showers before 1 p.m., with a high near 34 degrees and a breezy west wind. Looking further into the week, Wednesday brings a chance of snow showers turning into rain later in the day, with temperatures struggling to reach the low 40s. It's worth noting that no weather alerts are currently in effect for our area. Be sure to keep an umbrella handy and stay tuned for updates. That's your forecast. Stay safe and have a great day. Good morning, EMS. It's currently 8:09 a.m. on November 9, 2025, and we've got some wet weather on the way. Here's the forecast for the next few days. Today, expect light rain likely to begin pouring in after 4 p.m. with cloudy skies and a high reaching around 52 degrees. Winds will be fairly calm out of the east at 5 to 9 miles per hour, but we could see gusts up to 20 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is 70, with less than 1/10 of an inch expected. As we move into tonight, the rain will continue, cooling down to a low of around 39 degrees. The chance of rain increases to 19, with a projected rainfall accumulation between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. Looking ahead to Monday, we can expect a mix of rain and snow showers, especially before 4 p.m., with highs near 48 degrees. The winds will shift northwest and could reach around 6 miles per hour, with a chance of precipitation still at 70. New snow accumulation could be less than half an inch. Monday night, prepare for more snow showers likely mixed with some rain before 10 p.m., with lows dipping to around 22 degrees. The chance of snow continues at 60. On Veterans Day, Tuesday, there is a slight chance of snow showers before 1 p.m., with a high near 34 degrees and a breezy west wind. Looking further into the week, Wednesday brings a chance of snow showers turning into rain later in the day, with temperatures struggling to reach the low 40s. It's worth noting that no weather alerts are currently in effect for our area. Be sure to keep an umbrella handy and stay tuned for updates. That's your forecast. Stay safe and have a great day. Good morning, everyone. Let's take a look at today's weather in Adams, Massachusetts, and how it compares to the typical November conditions we expect this time of year. Right now, we're experiencing light rain with a temperature of about 40.8 degrees Fahrenheit. The forecast for today predicts a high near 52 degrees, with rain likely appearing later in the afternoon and a 70% chance of precipitation. Winds will be coming from the east at 5 to 9 miles per hour, which could gust up to 20 miles per hour. Notably, this higher temperature is above the average high for early November, which typically hovers around 47 degrees. So today is expected to be a bit milder than usual, but definitely on the severe side. Tonight, the rain continues with a low of around 39 degrees. We'll see strong chances for more rainfall, increasing to 90. As we move into Monday, we're looking at possible rain and snow showers before 4 p.m., with afternoon temperatures reaching around 48 degrees again, notably above the normal highs for this time of year. As we take a longer look ahead, let's consider what the weather will look like in 30 days from now. By early December, Adams usually experiences more consistent chilly weather, with average temperatures ranging from the mid-20s to the low 30s during the night and daily highs around 38 degrees. Snowfall becomes more frequent, and it's not unusual to have several inches on the ground by then as winter fully sets in. In conclusion, while today's milder conditions may feel a bit unusual for early November, it's a nice preview of some warmer temperatures, but definitely not a sign of the winter chill that will set in within the next month. Stay tuned for more updates and make sure to grab your rain gear if you're heading out today. Good morning, everyone. It's currently 8:34 a.m. here in Adams, Massachusetts, on this November 9th, 2025. We are experiencing some light rain at the moment, with temperatures hovering around a cool 41 degrees Fahrenheit. The winds are calm, coming softly from the southeast, which means we are not dealing with any significant gusts today. For those stepping outside, the dew point is at 40.21 degrees, indicating that humidity levels are relatively manageable, but you might still feel a bit of chill with those wet conditions. Right now, there are no weather alerts in effect for our area, so you can go about your morning without any major disruptions, although I'd recommend carrying an umbrella if you're planning to be outdoors. Remember to drive carefully if you're out on the roads, as wet pavement can sometimes be tricky. Let's keep an eye on the weather as we go through our day. Stay tuned for more updates. Good morning, and it's a chilly, damp start to your day at 8:41 am, with light rain currently falling. Expect the rain to pick up as we head into the afternoon with a high of 52 degrees. Winds will be light, but we could experience gusts of up to 20 miles per hour. So if you have outdoor plans today, make sure to bring an umbrella and dress warmly because there's a 70 chance of precipitation this afternoon. As we move into tonight, the rain is expected to continue dropping to about 39 degrees. With a 90 chance of precipitation, prepare for wet conditions if you're heading out. There is also the potential for additional rainfall of up to a quarter of an inch, so keep that in mind if you have evening plans. Now let's talk about the upcoming weekend. Starting off with Monday, we anticipate a mix of rain and snow showers throughout the day with a high temperature near 48 degrees. Early in the day, rain showers are likely but will transition to snow showers later. While accumulations will be minimal, it might still impact your morning commute, so allow extra travel time if you can. Monday night, we'll drop to around 22 degrees with some chance of lingering snow showers. Be cautious if you're out as roads might become slick, especially during the night when temperatures drop. Looking ahead to Veterans Day on Tuesday, we'll see mostly cloudy skies with a high of just 34 degrees. Winds will be brisk out of the west, ranging from 14 to 17 miles per hour, making it feel even colder. There's only a slight chance of snow showers in the morning, about 20, so if you're planning any outdoor activities to honor our veterans, dress warmly and be prepared for chilly conditions. By midweek, temperatures will hover in the low 40s for both Wednesday and Thursday, with chances of light snow or rain showers. This continues into Friday, where we might finally see a bit of sunshine. Expect partly sunny skies with highs near 40. In summary, plan indoor activities for later today through Tuesday, and if you must go out, keep an eye on the weather and dress accordingly. As we monitor the forecast throughout the week, stay tuned for any updates. Thank you for being with us this morning, and stay safe out there. In Adamstown, where raindrops play, the clouds are dancing, come what may, with light rain falling. Oh, what a sight! The weather's chilly, hold on tight. 41 degrees, a brisk little chill. A coat and a sweater, that's quite the thrill. The southeast winds are calm and mild. Lucky kids splashing, you know they're wild. So grab your boots and splash around in puddles forming on the ground. Though rain is falling, don't despair. It's just nature's way of freshening air. Good morning, EMS. It's currently 8:59 a.m. on November 9, 2025. We have light rain falling with temperatures sitting at a chilly 41.12, while indoors it's much warmer at 66.7. Winds are calm, coming in from the southeast, which should help keep things steady. Looking ahead, there are no special alerts or warnings in place, so you can go about your day without any weather-related concerns. However, it's a good idea to keep an umbrella handy as light rain is expected to continue throughout the morning. Stay warm and dry, and we'll be back with more updates. Enjoy your day, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to the news from the S T O A, the Slow Talkers of America. We believe in a slower pace of talking, so you have more time to consider what's being said. The 9th of November 2025, in the midst of ongoing systemic unrest, over 1,000 U.S. flights have been canceled for 2 consecutive days as a direct consequence of governmental shutdowns, raising alarms of broader impacts on tourism and holiday logistics, particularly as Thanksgiving looms. Concurrently, Trump loyalists are vocalizing a conspiratorial rhetoric amidst fresh subpoenas, while the Justice Department U.S. inquiry shifts to South Florida, aligning with far-right conspiratorial narratives in the political arena. The ideological clash within the Democratic Party is intensifying, exemplified by the recent victories of a Democratic Socialist in New York and moderate Democrats in New Jersey and Virginia, signaling a pivotal duel over the party's future direction. Meanwhile, Fox News' hesitation to engage conservative voices in late-night TV further underscores the cultural battleground juxtaposed with left-leaning successes like The Daily Show. Lastly, the pervasive use of immigration propaganda, likening ICE agents to Gestapo enforcers, highlights the contentious, often dehumanizing narratives perpetuated by right-wing media against immigrants, reflecting the enduring fascist-like tactics designed to manipulate public perception and sow division. Thank you for tuning in to the news from the S.T.O.A., the Slow Talkers of America. Take it slow, out, there.
Good morning, Elms, Massachusetts. It's 9:10 a.m. on November 9, 2025, and we are currently experiencing light rain with a temperature of 41.12. Winds are calm, coming from the southeast. There are no weather alerts at this time, so stay safe and dry out there. Back to you. Good morning, EMS. It's 9:19 a.m. on this rainy Sunday, November 9, 2025, and here's what we can expect in the coming days. Today, we are looking at a mainly cloudy afternoon with rain likely starting after 4 p.m. The high will be around 52 degrees with a southeast wind bringing in gusts up to 20 miles per hour. There's about a 70 chance of precipitation, so be sure to bring your umbrella. Tonight, the rain will continue dropping temperatures to a low around 39 degrees. Winds will calm down in the evening, but expect a 90 chance of rain with new amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch possible. Looking ahead to Monday, we'll start the day with rain showers likely before 4 p.m., transitioning into rain mixed with snow later in the day. The high will reach near 48 degrees, and calm winds will switch to the northwest in the afternoon. A 70 chance of precipitation remains, with some minor snow accumulation possible. As we move into Monday night, snow showers are expected, potentially mixed with rain early on. We'll cool down to about 22 degrees and have a 60 chance for some light snow. On Veterans Day, there is a slight chance for snow showers in the morning, with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 34. Winds will be brisk from the west, gusting up to 32 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is relatively low at 20. As we progress into the week, Tuesday night will bring a mostly cloudy evening with lows around 24. Midweek on Wednesday, we can expect a chance of snow showers turning to rain with highs near 42 degrees. The chance of precipitation is around 30, with a similar pattern continuing into Thursday. By Friday, we'll see partly sunny skies with highs near 40 and a cool night ahead. No major alerts are in effect at this time, but stay tuned for updates as we keep an eye on the changing weather. That's it for your forecast. Stay warm and dry out there. Humorous weather report for Adams, Massachusetts. Good morning, Adams. This is your not-so-cheery weather reporter here, ready to break down today's delightful drizzle and the forecast that sounds like it was written by a rain-loving octopus. Right now, it's a refreshing 41.12 outside, which apparently makes it the perfect temperature for the sky to cry. Yes, it's currently light rain, and we can all agree that the weather is just holding a drizzle party to celebrate the arrival of what we like to call Hello November, you smell like wet socks. Today's forecast: expect rain likely after 4 p.m. A blazing 50-12, just warm enough for your umbrella to feel like it's on a tropical vacation. Wind at 7 to 9 miles per hour. That's not wind, that's just Mother Nature's way of giving your hair a free perm as you make your way through the sentinel of puddles beginning to assemble at your feet. By the way, chance of precipitation is a whopping 70. So basically, if you leave your umbrella at home, you might as well be wearing a drenched t-shirt. Tonight, the rain will intensify as we hit a low of 39, perfect for those who enjoy the feeling of cold, wet hands fumbling with your umbrella in the dark. Chance of rain, a mere 19. That means the sky is practically shouting, rain, rain, go away. Oh wait, no, I'm serious, just stay and soak everything in. Monday, we've got a continued chance of rain showers, but it looks like there's a plot twisted. As the day progresses, we may have a chance of rain turning into snow. Get ready for that weird moment when you see someone fulfilling their snow angel dreams while simultaneously getting drenched. It's like a winter wonderland, but with a sprinkle of confusion. Monday's high is a mere 40. But don't worry, the snowy mix will be a gentle reminder that winter is creeping in one soggy sock at a time. As we move into Veterans Day, expect mostly cloudy skies with a high of 34, because nothing says thank you for your service quite like brisk, chilly weather. And if you're lucky, there's a 20 chance of snow showers. So if you see any flurries, consider them your confetti for the day, because why not? In conclusion, this week seems an award-winning bouquet of rainfall, slightly confused temperatures, and gentle breezes. Put on your favorite raincoat, practice your dodging skills to avoid the puddles, and cherish that moment when you actually see the sun rumored to make a guest appearance on Friday. Stay warm, stay dry, and remember, it's just weather. You'll probably dry off in a couple of days. Until next time, keep your spirits high and your umbrellas higher. Good morning, everyone. Today we're seeing some wet and chilly weather here in Adams, Massachusetts. Currently, we have light rain with temperatures at about 41 degrees Fahrenheit. As we look at today's detailed forecast, expect rain likely to ramp up later in the afternoon with cloudy skies and a high around 52 degrees. The east winds will be light, but they'll pick up a bit throughout the day, with gusts potentially reaching 20 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is high, sitting at 70, and expect new rain amounts to be less than 1/10 of an inch. Tonight, the rain is likely to continue dropping down to a low of around 39 degrees, and there's a 90 chance of precipitation. New rainfall accumulations overnight may range between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch. This pattern of unsettled weather doesn't stop with today. Tomorrow, we may see rain showers transitioning into rain and snow showers with a high near 48 degrees. There is a decent chance of precipitation again at 70, with possible minor snow accumulation of less than 1/2 an inch. Now, as we step back and compare today's conditions with typical weather for November in Adams, we see that we're not straying too far from the norm. Average high temperatures for this time of year hover around the mid-minus 40s and lows dip into the low 30s. This week's fluctuations from rain to some snow are also typical for November as we march deeper into fall. Looking ahead, as we approach December, the normal conditions 30 days from now, we'll see a notable drop in temperatures with average highs around 36 degrees and lows near 20 degrees. Expect an increase in snow chances as winter takes hold, bringing colder air and a higher likelihood of the white stuff blanketing the ground. So as we navigate through this forecast with clouds and rain today, let's remember that these conditions are pretty much par for the course for November in our region. We'll need to stay bundled up and prepared for the wet and frosty days ahead. Enjoy your day and stay safe out there. Good morning, Massachusetts. As of 9:45 a.m. on November 9, 2025, we're experiencing some light rain with temperatures sitting at cool 41.7 of. The winds are calm, coming gently from the southeast, which is keeping the weather pretty stable despite the rain. Today's dew point stands at 40.64, indicating that the air is fairly saturated, which is typical for this damp weather. Currently, there are no alerts in effect, so while it may be a bit dreary outside, there are no severe weather concerns to report. Remember to grab an umbrella if you're heading out, and stay tuned for the latest updates. Let's make the best of this rainy morning. Good morning, everyone. It's currently 9:53 a.m. on Sunday, November 9th, 2025, and we are gearing up for a weekend with a mix of weather conditions that might impact your plans. Let's dive into the detailed forecast for the upcoming weekend. Today, Sunday, November 9th, expect rainy conditions to take over later in the day. As we head into the afternoon, rain is likely to start after 4 p.m., with high temperatures reaching around 50 TWF. Winds will come from the southeast at about 7 to 9 miles per hour, and you may experience gusts up to 20 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is around 70, so if you have outdoor activities planned, it's advisable to prepare for a wet afternoon. Rain showers will continue into the evening, dropping to a low of 39. Tonight the rain will persist, and you'll want to have those umbrellas handy if you're heading out. With a 90 chance of precipitation, we are looking at new rainfall amounts between a tenth and quarter of an inch. Winds will calm down in the evening, but it will be chilly as we drop to around 39. Looking ahead to Monday, November 10th, we may wake up to a continuation of those rain showers likely before 4 p.m., but there's a chance of rain mixing with snow later in the day. The high will be around 40 ITF, and as the winds shift to northwest in the afternoon, we could see light snow accumulation of less than half an inch. So if you have any morning errands or plans, it might be a good idea to grab your raincoat and watch out for slick spots on the roads. Monday night conditions will be partly unsettled, with additional snow showers likely, possibly mixed with rain before 10 p.m. Temperatures will dip to around 20 TWF, and a few flurries may linger. Be cautious on the roads as the evening temperature drops, and there's a 60 chance of light snow accumulating. Now, for Veterans Day, Tuesday, November 11th, we anticipate a slight chance of lingering snow showers before 1 p.m., followed by mostly cloudy skies. Highs will only reach about 34, with a brisk west wind blowing at 14 to 17 miles per hour, potentially gusting up to 32 miles per hour. While the chance of precipitation is lower at 20, the cool and windy conditions could make outdoor gatherings a bit uncomfortable, so dress warmly if you're heading out to honor our veterans. As we move into Wednesday, November 12th, we could see some early snow showers transitioning to rain later in the day, with highs around 40 TWF. Again, a slight chance of precipitation exists, but it's relatively low at 30. On Thursday and Friday, the temperatures will remain cool, with highs struggling in the low 40s and dipping into the mid-20s at night. Expect mostly cloudy skies, with some chances of rain returning on Thursday. And finally, on Saturday, November 15th, we're looking at mostly sunny conditions with highs near 40, which could be a refreshing change. Perfect for any outdoor plans, especially if you want to enjoy some late autumn activities. Be sure to keep an eye on the weather updates as conditions can change quickly. Thanks for tuning in and stay safe out there. In Adamstown, the clouds are gray. Light rain falls down. What a dreary day. The wind is calm like a sleepy cat. Wild puddles form where the raindrops splat. Oh, the temperature is chilly, 42. Grab your raincoat and your rubber shoe. Dew's creeping up, whispering low. But don't let it bother you, just let it flow. So dance through the raindrops, splash with delight. Embrace the soggy, it's a rainy sight. For weather's a joke, and laughter is best. Even in Adams, let joy be your quest. Good morning, EMS. The time is 10:12 a.m. on this November 9, 2025. Currently, we are experiencing light rain with temperatures hovering around a cool 42.3. There's no wind to speak of as it's calm with 0 miles per hour from the south, making it feel a bit damp outside. Indoor temperatures are much more comfortable at 66.7, providing a nice contrast to the chilly, wet conditions outdoors. As of now, there are no weather alerts in effect for our area, which is a relief as we head into the weekend. However, it's wise to keep an umbrella handy if you plan to be outside today, since those light showers are expected to persist for a bit longer. Stay safe and warm, and make sure to take the usual precautions if you're traveling. Keep tuned in for more updates as the day progresses. Enjoy your morning.